Nigeria President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has ordered the Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Egbetokun, to return peace, law and order to Rivers State following violence that erupted across the state on Monday morning after the winners of the local government area chairpersons and councillors polls were declared on Sunday. President Tinubu, in a statement signed and made available by the Presidential Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, said the police should secure the local government area secretariats while urging the state governor, Fubara Siminalayi, and other parties involved in the elections to seek redress in court and avoid self-help. The elections results showed that the Action People's Party have won most of the positions in the local government elections, as the party secured 314 out of 319 councillorship seats across the state's 23 local government areas. The chairman of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, RSIEC, Justice Adolphus Enebeli, announced the results in Port Harcourt on Sunday, stating the APP also won 22 out of the 23 local government area chairmanship seats. According to the RSIEC, the AP won 314 wards, while the All Progressives Congress, Labour Party, Social Democratic Party and Young People's Party each clinched one seat. Channels Television on Monday reported that the Rivers State local government elections may have concluded successfully, but tension remains between factions loyal to Governor Siminalayi Fubara and those aligned with the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike. Governor Fubara had on Sunday raised concerns about an alleged plan to obstruct the newly elected chairman as they resume office. On Monday, those concerns played out in some councils. In Ahoda East local government area, the newly sworn-in chairman Chibudom Hezekiah, along with councillors and a large crowd of supporters, encountered resistance at the council gate, where a small group attempted to prevent them from gaining access. However, with the intervention of security operatives and the insistence of the crowd, the situation was brought under control, allowing the chairman and his team to enter the council. Amidst jubilation, the new councillors proceeded with their swearing-in ceremony. Afterward, they moved directly to their chambers to hold their first sitting. Chairman Hezekiah alleged that the brief disruption at the gate was orchestrated by the former chairman, Benjamin Eke, who is loyal to Wike. He emphasized that the will of the people is greater. Channels Television reached out to Eke via telephone, and he confirmed that he was responsible for the resistance. However, he explained that his actions were in protest of the elections, which he believes should not have taken place due to a court order from Abuja. Earlier on Monday, police authorities announced the reopening of the 23 local government council secretariats following the successful conduct of the elections. They have also withdrawn their officers who were previously blocking access to the councils. With ongoing tensions, one can only hope for peace to prevail to enable the required development at the grassroots level of Rivers State. However, President Bola Tinubu has called on Governor Siminalayi Fubara, political leaders and their supporters in Rivers State to exercise restraint and uphold the rule of law. In response to recent tensions following last Saturday's local government council election, the president expressed deep concern over reports of arson and explosions in the state. He urged all political actors to de-escalate the situation and discourage their supporters from engaging in violence or destructive actions. President Tinubu directed the police to restore and maintain peace, law, and order immediately, while instructing law enforcement agencies to bring the situation under control. He emphasized the need to ensure the security of public institutions. President Tinubu said government facilities built with public funds must be safeguarded from vandalism. He stressed that self-help has no place in a democratic system, especially after 25 years of continuous democracy. According to President Tinubu, the judiciary can settle all political disputes, and the outcome of this election should be no exception, Bayo Onanuga stated in the press statement. Former Nigeria President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan had on Saturday, during the election cautioned against escalation of violence. He had said, "I am aware that the local government election taking place in Rivers State today, October 5th, has been a subject of great interest to political actors. The political happenings in Rivers State in the past days is a cause for serious concern for everyone, especially lovers of democracy and all actors within the peace and security sector of our nation. Elections are the cornerstone of democracy because they are the primary source of legitimacy. This process renews the faith of citizens in their country as it affords them the opportunity to have a say on who governs them. Every election is significant, whether at national or sub-national levels, as it counts as a gain and honor to democracy. It is the responsibility of all stakeholders, especially state institutions, to work towards the promotion of sound democratic culture, of which periodic election stands as a noble virtue. Democracy is our collective asset. Its growth and progress is dependent on government's commitment to uphold the rule of law and pursue the interests of peace and justice at all times. Institutions of the state, especially security agencies, must refrain from actions that could lead to breakdown of law and order. Rivers State represents the gateway to the Niger Delta, and the threat to peace in the state could have huge security implications in the region. Let me sound a note of caution to all political actors in this crisis to be circumspect and patriotic in the pursuit of their political ambition and relevance. I am calling on the National Judicial Commission, NJC, to take action that will curb the proliferation of court orders and judgments, especially those of concurrent jurisdiction giving conflicting orders. This, if not checked, will ridicule the institution of the judiciary and derail our democracy. The political situation in Rivers State mirrors our past, the crisis of the old western region. I, therefore, warn that Rivers should not be used as crystal that will form the block that will collapse our democracy. State institutions, especially the police and the judiciary and all other stakeholders, must always work for public interest and promote common goods such as peace, justice and equality. While the elections were ongoing on Saturday, there was heavy gunfire at Rumupirikon community in Rivers State, the country home of former governor and minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike. A source in the area, according to Sahara Reporters, said some people had come into the community and announced that no one should come out for the local government polls. It was gathered that when the electoral officers were about to arrive at the ward in the Obio, a poor local government area, the gunmen arrived in the area as well. The unidentified gunmen, who arrived in the area with heavy gunfire, scared of people from coming out to participate in the election. It was also gathered that one person sustained a bullet injury and had been rushed to a health facility for treatment. The state electoral body suspended the declaration of results for Eche local government area, LGA, because the collation was said to be ongoing on Sunday. The RSIEC chairman, according to Channels Television, had said that announcement for the 319 councillorship seats will be announced alongside that of the Eche chairmanship position when collations are concluded. He described the election as free, fair, and credible, despite all odds. According to him, polls were closed at 3 p.m. and recorded a large turnout of voters. Enabeli saluted the patriotism of the residents who turned out to vote. The declaration of the results was observed by members of the Inter-Party Advisory Council, IPAC, chairman of the state's independent electoral bodies across the country, and members of the Nigerian Bar Association who acted as observers in the polls. He said the commission adopted the principle of bilocation because of the exigencies they found themselves. The results were announced at the Ministry of Justice Hall at the State Secretariat Complex, rather than the Commission's office on Aba Road. On election day, 2 explosions rocked the state. Police authorities confirmed that one of the incidents happened earlier on Saturday. The first explosion was reported at the APC Secretariat on Aba Road at approximately 3 a.m. A security guard reported hearing a loud bang and, upon investigation, observed 3 black Toyota Hilux vans speeding away from the scene. The spokesperson of the Rivers State Police Command, Grace Irinch Koko, said, adding that the incidents are being investigated. The explosion caused significant damage, destroying the gates and shattering the windows of the building. Additionally, the security building was set ablaze. The second explosion occurred at the Obio, Apo Council Secretariat around 3:30 a.m. Eyewitnesses reported seeing a black Toyota Hilux van and a white Toyota Sienna minivan drive past the Secretariat. Gunshots were equally reported in some parts of Port Harcourt, the state capital. Some unidentified persons who rode in a black Toyota Corolla were spotted firing gunshots around the Wimpy area of the state, which is a stone's throw from the home of the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Nyesom Wike. Some members of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, had earlier in the week protested against the conduct of the election and had stormed the Department of State Security Office and the Government House both in Port Harcourt to register their demand. Saturday's declaration of results brings to an end a pulsating run to the local government election in the oil-rich state. The election followed the federal government's 3-month grace for states to conduct local government polls. Ahead of the exercise, police authorities had said they would not provide security for the election, citing a court order. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, was also barred by a court order from presenting the voter register to RSIEC. That move created ripples in the state, leading to a heightened atmosphere days before the election. On the 3rd, Governor Siminalayi Fubara vowed that the poll would hold and stormed the RSIEC office around 1 a.m. on Friday, alleging that police operatives in the state want to thwart the exercise. We are prepared, the governor said as he called on the Inspector General of Police, IGP, Kayode Egbetokun, to take responsibility for any disruptions. But the police said their officers were at the RSIEC office to secure the facility. Conversely, in reaction to credible and actionable intelligence received about plans by hoodlums to carry out an arson attack on the RSIEC office, police personnel were deployed to secure the premises, the Rivers State Police Command said. The Rivers State Police Command remain committed to our duty to maintain the peace and ask residents of Rivers State to act within the confines of the law. The police will do everything to maintain law and order. Some of the top parties in the state, including Fubara's People's Democratic Party, PDP, and the All Progressives Congress, APC, did not participate in the election. You know this election, I am the greatest loser because my party is not participating. It is the truth, the governor said. On the eve of the election, the PDP at the national level, however, called on residents of the state to come out for the poll and exercise their franchise, Channels Television reported.
Sasuwa Connedio, bringing you the news in a more digital way.